COPD is a chronic lung disease which is characterized by airway inflammation and irreversible airflow obstruction. Basically, this disease is more prevalent in smokers, those who smoke, and also those who are exposed to ambient and indoor air pollution apart from occupational exposure. And these group of people have various symptoms such as shortness of breath, a prolonged cough with phlegm production, and wheezing, that is sounds coming out from the chest. COPD at large is caused due to smoking. So smoking is one of the most important risk factors for COPD. The prevention is mainly aimed towards preventing or reducing the amount of smoke exposure. Usually it occurs in elderly, so for people who have smoked for a long period of time, these patients have a high chance of developing COPD. So the most effective way of preventing COPD is to quit smoking and to prevent people from starting to smoke. Other than tobacco smoke, there are other risk factors as well, as I mentioned. One of the important risk factors which is coming up globally and is a problem of both developed and developing countries is air pollution. We can see that our cities are getting more polluted. So people who are exposed to dust and smoke due to air pollution are also developing COPD. So reducing the amount of air pollution can also be another way to reduce the burden of COPD. If we look into our rural data, there is a lot of indoor air pollution in our homes in the rural settings, especially from the different stoves which emit noxious gases in our kitchens. So that may be another step in which we can reduce the exposure of smoke to especially to the women and children, and reduce the burden of COPD in our part of the world. If we look into the global status, it is the third leading cause of death. COPD is the third leading cause of death worldwide. It is also quite prevalent in Nepal. There are few studies which say that the prevalence ranges somewhere from 25 to 45%. The National Health Research Council has also come up with the prevalence data, which was published a few years back, that showed that 1 in every 10 person in Nepal suffers from COPD. So the burden is quite large. The prevalence of smoking and indoor air pollution is also high in Nepal. That is why the prevalence of COPD, the morbidity caused by COPD, and the mortality associated with COPD is quite high in Nepal. There are a lot of challenges. One of the challenges that I mentioned is that our cities are urbanizing very quickly, so the level of pollution is increasing. There is increasing trend to people smoking. So these people are at high risk of developing COPD later in their life. Since the life expectancy has also increased, so we expect that the number of COPD cases diagnosed are going to increase in the coming years. These are the current challenges. The other challenges are related to the healthcare system of Nepal. There are very few centers with specialized pulmonologists or pulmonary physicians. There are very few spirometry services which is used for diagnosis of COPD, and also the access to the treatment of COPD, because the treatment of COPD is, if you compare with other forms of treatment for other chronic diseases, it is slightly expensive. So there might even be problem of access to treatment to the poor and underprivileged, and since we are finding the prevalence of disease to be very high in the poor and underprivileged in the more in the rural areas, so these could be the challenges to management of COPD in Nepal. Actually, globally, currently, I think this was data of 2019, where there were around 30 million deaths because of COPD, and the numbers are rising. As the number of COPD cases are rising, as the life expectancy throughout the world is increasing, as the pollution level throughout the world is increasing, this WHO has projected that COPD is going to be the largest killer amongst chronic diseases worldwide, and basically all healthcare systems should be directed towards preventing that or controlling that or bringing awareness about this disease, which is completely preventable. The first and foremost is to reduce the risks to the target population. So that is to reduce smoking, have anti-smoking drive. Then second is to reduce air pollution, that may be ambient air pollution or indoor air pollution. And the government also needs to come up with certain plans, certain programs directed at diagnosing, early diagnosis, because early diagnosis is very important. If you can diagnose the disease early and treat early, then a COPD patient can have a normal life. So I think all the concerned authorities, all the concerned health professionals should direct their energy towards this in prevention of COPD and early diagnosis and treatment of COPD.